What up, this B-Boy Reg?
I'm DJ Butter, y'all. What up, though?
This Funky Fresh in the Flesh podcast.
Yeah, all right. We got the incredible Joe Riz in the house tonight. Joe Riz of Bad Wayz, man. Real legend right here, man. We glad to have you on the show tonight, man. For real.
I'm glad for y'all to have me, man. What's cracking in? B-Boy Reg, I was B-Boy Chapone back in the days.
You were smart enough to change yours. I kept B-Boy.
Hey, it is what it is. That signifies something. What's up with it, Butter? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks for coming on the block with us, man. You know, for
right on. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. I was telling Reg about your history with Bad Wayz and how like you was one of the pioneers from Detroit to be into Atlanta early. You know what I'm saying? Watching how Atlanta hip hop flourished with Jamal Illegal and all that, and Keith Murray, and watching Short Dog formulate, early, leaving from Detroit to kind of rep the map worldwide. Talk about some of your influences day one. You know what I'm saying?
Day one is going back to just influence me to want to do rap.
But musician, you can do it all, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
of course, coming from the Motown, and shit, man, it was always the Motown experience, man. But being young, going to New York with my dad too, I got that hip hop raw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Punking in the All Stars, Funky 4+1 Mo, Love Bug Starsky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got to hear some of the records that they wasn't playing in Detroit. And when I would come back, even the clothes was different. You know what I'm saying? So I got that hip hop and the Motown, and then my family came from the blues, the Delta, Clarksdale, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So I got uncles that was just blues singers, man. So I was just influenced by a lot of it. But as far as the hip hop side, I talked to actually my idol the other about it's been about 3 weeks. I was getting some information, you know what I'm saying, on booking for this little thing in Arizona, but it fell through. Supposed to have been for the Super Bowl and shit. Okay. And it was Melly Mel, my cousin, and him his workout partner. So Cuz put me on the phone with Mel, you dig?
Wow, that's dope.
And I reminded him when I first met him at Too Short's retirement party at the Century Club in LA. Wow. 96, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I just had an influence of everything around the game. Been knowing George Clinton since I was like 7 years old. Him and my mom's brother was real cool. You know what I mean? To right. Working with one of my mentors and guys that was one of the first people that let me just write with somebody famous was Barry Strong, the dude that wrote Just for Imagination and Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Okay.
From Detroit. He just died at 81 years old the other day. So I done had a lot of well-rounded, grounded influence. And then I had some Detroit hometown rap influences.
Okay.
Like when I was younger coming up hip hopping, I used to go over, my mother's friend Dolly, her son Terrence was Awesome Dre's DJ.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That's dope. So I used to go over there on Woodrow Wilson, sit in on Dre, you know what I'm saying, practices and shit, man, when I was a young cat, you know what I mean? So it's been a wide range of influences, Doc.
Okay.
Okay. So talk about what was it like, on your journey with the 1999 album with Bad Wayz, and Short Dog Records,
We was rolling with the original Legend of the Bay, man, on some real stuff. It was adventurous, man. Every rapper of that caliber that you wanted to meet messed with Short, dog.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Ain't no telling who you bumped into that wanted to be with Short. And we did the Dogfather tour, the Bow Down tour. We did the Hot Boy Block, the Block tour. And we got the rub elbows with the greats, man.
Oh, y'all was working.
Man, we was working, pay wasn't too good. We was working like mug, man.
Hey, let me ask you something, because we often hear, like, since y'all spent time in the Bay, we often hear about how much Detroit and the Bay Area have in common as far as like the slang, some of like the culture with the cars and everything. Did you notice any similarities?
Oh yeah. Then I'm gonna put you up on something.
All right.
They got like one of the main things that was between us and them was everybody from the Bay had an artist from Detroit some kind of way.
Wow.
You had Hammer and all them cats first that he had the Detroit crew. You had Raphael Sadiq. He had Willie Max and all them.
Oh yeah.
Then you had Short. Short had me, Jiggy, Jack. Bombshell had a chance to mess with him. He did beats, Helluva did beats for him. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, man. So it's been continuously. Their liquor store closes at 2 a.m. like ours.
Yeah.
They just over in California. But be honest, we didn't hang in the Bay much. I've never been to the Bay with Short.
Wow. All right.
I went to the Bay with Bird driving Short's truck because Short was selling it to Davey D, the dude that put the Cell Block compilation out.
Yeah.
But each time I was in the Bay, it was with Short homies, man. Like I learned that I just learned a lot out there dealing, from the Bay to Detroit, that is just like Detroit niggas, man.
Right.
You have to have that same mentality in them streets because that hip hop was truly from the streets. So yeah, the Bay and the streets, Detroit are just alike.
Right. Yeah, because I hear that similarity go all the way back to the 70s and pimp culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I talk to people from different generations and they keep bringing that up, how much we have in common with the Bay. So that's good.
Like with the Bay, they don't really do the gang banging. I don't know where Detroit get to where they want to be gang bangers and Crips and Bloods and GDs and Vice Lords. That wasn't in Detroit. It took place Southwest Detroit, out there, the Mexican town and all that, man. But we so much like the Bay, the player shit, dress code.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see how they mingle, and that's something that we have no dealing and no really control of it. It's just something that's genetically done. You know what I mean? We bond with the Bay.
Right. Hey, talk about, you was saying you was on tour, but the pay wasn't good. What was that experience like? Like, what were some of your favorite cities to go to?
Well, of course, every arena we did on the West Coast, the auditorium in LA where used to have the Soul Train Awards. That was a show with Bone Thugs and Harmony, Coolio. Who else? West Side Connection, Short and Bad Wayz, and it was somebody else. I know it wasn't the East Siders. It's one more group, but man, just watching the competition that LA run, that all the Cleveland shows was dope.
Okay.
Them Louisiana shows was but man, every city that was away from home was fire, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Honestly, just away from the D and just experiencing the Florida arenas, man, But the Hot Boy Block to Block tour was the biggest.
Okay.
And it was competition every night. I literally watched them young dudes blow up into the biggest thing, the most famous rappers, with borrowing and stealing a piece of this and that from each group that was out there, to be honest.
Okay.
Man, explain your music style. Like you go off the dome a lot, or you write a lot, or Riz, what you got? What's your flavor for them?
When I was younger, man, coming up in the younger Joe Riz doing the Bad Wayz thing, Off the Head and the pen both worked. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more subtle now, man. You know, I think everybody come off the head, man, because that's when the thought first jumps in your dome. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you spitting it out, and then you take to the paper to put it in a form and order, some structure. So I do both, man. Always have, you know. Speaking of back in the days and off the head, we had a crew, the Nation Riders. The dude Slink Capone, he's Black Jesus on TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Slink Capone.
That's funny.
Myself, Murder One. You know what I'm saying? Still wasn't much of a freestyler. But us three short would carry around 25 G's in a briefcase, man, however his duffel bag or whatever, with a contract for any nigga that beat us on the road rhyming, and they couldn't do it off the dome, you know?
Wow.
Even as a young nigga, man, 19, I battled in the New Music Seminar battle for world supremacy in New York. I'm one of the first Detroit rappers ever to do that. Off the dome. The freestyle was freestyling. Freestyling wasn't doing what these other cats do. They mess up and then start all over, man. You had to throw your 1-2, check mic 1-2 on that mug after you done messed up and correct it and keep going. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, that's the old school trick right there. You got to be ready for the mess up and improvise.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, man.
But wait a minute. You said he had 25 G's for anybody that can beat y'all?
Yeah, man. Tap out and ask Black Jesus. Man. Ask any of them. They'll tell you nobody beat us.
Right. Man, 25 don't sound like a freestyle at all, right? Where you getting paid for it. That's dope.
Yeah, man. I done battled some of the best, man. I done battled Red Man at Club Kaya in Atlanta. Because you know the Def Squad and the Dangerous Crew hung out tough. Actually, I tell you who I battled in the New Music Seminar, Smoking. And he'll tell you anytime I see him, Tretch.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I served him. Wow. He was Double T Treachery from the Flavor Unit. I served him. I got cheated in the battle, though, man. I got cheated by the Rhyme Syndicate. Y'all know who the Rhyme Syndicate is, right?
Yeah.
Dude named Kid Jazz. He was in the group called The Domination. That was Ice-T and the Mans, and they was all on the panel. They was all on the voting panel, man. So you know, that was a no-brainer.
You was like the earlier Detroit cast in Atlanta. You and Greg with the rim shop. Greg
them. Greg them had been there a little bit, I think around 90, 91 that got established. I came down 94, and actually I came from Buffalo, New York. I was, you know, up there with my dad's family and shit, man, and just got tired, man, and wanted to rap. Right. So, nigga, you know, I bust up down there, and I started doing talent shows and everything, and I met Short, man, but Breed and Andre Rison was the first one to introduce me to that crowd. And I had a cat that he was from Detroit. His name was Britt Ski.
Okay.
And he was down there doing beats. So he was doing some stuff when I was doing the independent thing at home. And so I got down there, bumped into him, man. He really wasn't trying to let a nigga shine, but Andre Rison took to me and shit. And we was you know, became good friends. I started hanging out, staying with him, and he got me right. I bumped into Breed at his studio, and Breed had me come out to the house, and I went out hype manning for him, and you know what I mean, meeting everybody. And how I got with Short, I met him at a picnic for Mama G, Arlinda Garrett. She used to be the top promoter at Priority Records.
Okay.
She pushed everybody to platinum. Dub seen them, you know, the West Side Connection, Masterpiece. She took Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt to platinum. You know what I mean? So she was like a mom. And man, at her talent shows, I met Short at her house, and Big G had introduced me because G was from Detroit, and Short had us, you know, I met him beforehand, but I was out at Breach, man, and we went to his open house.
Okay.
And these backpack rappers kept fucking with me, man. It was about five backpack rappers, man. And like sometimes in Atlanta, nigga act like he from New York. You swear nigga from Detroit, he from Southwest Atlanta.
Right.
So you know they came with a different flavor as backpack rappers, but it was 5 of them, homie, and I served them. And Short say, man, you need to come on over, man, get on the Dangerous Crew rap album, man. Yeah, man, you was kind of dope. So, you know what I'm saying? Hanging down there in the early days, them 94s got me in, man. I was down there in the heart of when Freaknik was crunking and cranked up hard.
Yeah.
And everybody was in Atlanta, man.
Yeah. Because people talk about Atlanta now, I'm like, no, the heyday was really the early to mid 90s. You know what I'm saying?
It was, man.
Yeah.
Because everybody that's millionaires now was all struggling in one pot. And, you know, it's some real life stories of some niggas that's rich now because a lot of game that cats that ain't rich gave them.
Right.
You know, or a hand that they didn't reach back and give, man. It's a lot of that. Right. But the top ones rich now, man. We came up around them down there in the game. We either protected them, bodyguarded them, treated them something, got them they weed, something.
Right.
Over at Short Spot and at the Rim Shop. Because I had seniority at the Rim Shop. I was from Detroit. The Detroit niggas ran it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that was the spot. You know, so yeah, man. And then we hung out at the Homie V Club, what was called the Platinum House, 14th and West Peachtree, infamous for the night that the East Coast, West Coast beat supposedly kicked off. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I done been around it all, Doc.
That's around the Sugar and Puff times, right? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, what Mark Curry talk about all that stuff in his book. And actually, you can catch me in Mark Curry book, man, at the Million Man March with the fists up.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it was some good old times, man. Some scary, dangerous times too, you know.
Man, talk about your new stuff you got going on, your soul music, and this podcast you got coming up.
Yeah, man, I'm doing Southern soul, but I took the soul and the blues and all that and just incorporated with my rhymes, man. Just doing something that the oldest crowd could appreciate and coined it soul hop, so doing that. But I'm a Southern soul singer now, man. Out there with some of the greats. It's just a modern day form of blues, really. Right. But if you would go back old days and think of something that was Southern soul, you would probably think of like a Johnny Taylor, and, Tyrone Davis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I'll be listening to all that stuff, man. People be laughing at me. I'm like, that's good music, man.
Man, them cats are still working right now. Yeah. I'm out on the road with Sir Charles Jones, them Pokey Bear. Yeah, Miss Betty Wright when she was living.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Miss Millie Jackson, she comes out. I'm out there with the Manhattans. I see Lenny Williams all the time, man. I hear Black Panther stories and all that stuff from Lenny Williams. And then he got an educational point and tip for hip hop. Nigga, get your publishing together because he ate off them songs that Kanye produced.
Right.
When they sample his all that stuff. Yeah. So you feel what I'm saying, man? This soul is where it's at, man. It's older. It's the stuff that we were younger listening to revamped. You remember when we had to listen to Tonight is the Night that you make, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That right there, and what was something else that we're old school, trying to love too, so ain't easy to do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That stuff that made us jam, man.
Right.
Yeah. Taxi, take me to the other side of town.
Right.
That's all that stuff. It's just revamped, man.
These last $2 I'm not gonna lose.
There you go.
Yeah,
so, you know, by me being 51 now, man, You know what I'm saying? And my family come from the blues. It only fits me, man. You know,
Right.
I ain't mad at nobody that run across the stage hip hop, because the genre that I brought in, soul hop, they gave it an award for that style of music at the Southern Soul Music Awards to Bad News 334 from Alabama. That's Lil Nephew, and that's an artist that came up under Sir Charles Jones. So I'm grateful for
Wow.
bringing a lane in there of hip hop that they can recognize, man. But
Right.
I'm old school, man. I like that, darling. I'm so lonely without you. Some of
Yeah.
that Tyrone, man, you know.
Right.
Hey, you know, it's real grown folks, man.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing, man. I got a new single out called You Know I Love You. So y'all can grab that, Jay Rizzo, You Know I Love You. And Flip Side is Long Gone. And just I'm out here, man, working these shows and doing this soul music, man. It's called Southern Soul / Soul Hop. You did?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to check that out. You
Yeah,
you
man.
you got into you introduce your music to any like the ballroomers or the Chicago steppers?
Man, actually, we at the Grand Ballroom in Chicago on April
Oh
29th.
yeah, then you locked in then. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Detroit just getting up on it. You know, you can catch DJ Spoon, Detroit's only Southern Soul DJ. You can catch DJ Spoon at every Friday on WMKM 1440 AM in the D.
Okay.
Playing nothing but the best of Southern Soul and everything, man. And this event, we got an event at the TCBC Hall in Detroit, April 1st. It's the official after party for the Motor City Blues Festival. And it's
Okay.
hosted by a very special celebrity Southern Soul guest. So you got to be there. Last year it was dope. Sir Charles Jones came through, Pokey Bear Man, and I had Bad News on the show. He's doing the Soul Hop. He's doing a lot of movies. It's a movie called Shots about to come out by Herb Bellamy in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Got my man Visionary Nick. Bad News is featuring in it.
Okay.
So Detroit getting up on that Southern Soul scene real tough. But DJ Spoon is Detroit Southern Soul and Blues radio show every Friday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? On WMKM 1440 AM. So man, you know, I'm just trying to have my hand in that, man, doing these shows and living.
Hey, Joe Rizzi, what's your words for the youth out here? You come from a real place, you know, real meaning. What's your words for them out here?
Slow down, youngsters, and live. Enjoy your life, you know, as I got grown into the age right now currently. Life is some shit I think about every day, because life can leave you in a second, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just the expectations on life and expectations on the youth right now is kind of hard. We as a community of parents and elders and OGs gotta have how should I say it? We gotta have that unconditional love for these youngsters. We can't just throw in the towel, because we somewhere down there they lost, man, and it takes some to step up and not be afraid to tell them slow down. You know what I'm saying? Not be afraid to talk to them. You know, they have made so many of elders afraid of them till nobody want to teach them. But we gotta have somebody with some nuts.
Right.
These youngsters going crazy. They losing everything, man. You know, they even the ones that's getting this bread. Look what's going on. You know, I normally don't get into the political side of other people's lives, but look what's going on with the cats in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, it's like cherish the opportunity that God then gave you, man. You know what I mean? He gave you those things to minister and to help and to
Right.
put sow seeds into other things to help other people grow, help your community. These niggas getting these millions. They want to take lives. They want to gang bang, man. They want to start doing criminal stuff, man. And look how hard it took for us to just put on hip hop's sake.
Right.
We just talking the state of hip hop. You feel me? To try to clear up the names, man. When we was young, we was trying to let them know we wasn't that, man. Now we don't do that shit. We real, we cool motherfuckers. Now they letting it be known they got robbing, killing. I got millions. I'm still gonna kill you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just bad out here. We don't have no more representatives that's willing to step up. And the few that's stepping up ain't getting no help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
So I just advise these youngsters, find you a peaceful place.
Right.
Pray. Get some spiritual guidance in your life, man. Something that you can stand on, the foundation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man.
Man, we appreciate you, Joe Riz, from the legendary group Bad Wayz, trying to tell the kids to get some good ways.
For real.
Where can everybody reach you at as far as like your social media and everything and find your music?
I'm Riz-O-Matic on IG, Riz-O-Matic on TikTok, Riz-O-Matic on Facebook, Joe Riz Biz on Twitter, and that's Riz-O-Matic, RIZOMATIC. My singles are available as J Rizzo, J space RIZO or J period RIZO, either way to come up. That's my Vivo. That's me on YouTube. That's me, J Rizzo. All platforms. The new single, You Know I Love You, and Flip Side Long Gone, and they making some noise. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta catch me at a city near you.
All right,
that's what's up. Shout out Jay Rizzo once again, our Motor City player right there. Jay Rizzo, for real. And we love you, Jay Rizzo. Appreciate you, fella.
Likewise, bro. Appreciate the love.
And it's Funky Fresh in the Flesh, and we out.
Thank you.